I'm Teresa, and welcome back to Trouble Times 2. So, as you guys can tell, Vicky ain't here. But it's okay. Because next week, the week after this weekend, she'll be back. And it is A-OK. Because we gonna get this channel popping. You ain't see that coming, did you? I know you didn't see that coming. So, while she's gone, I'm hit you guys with another story time. So let's jump right into it. So this story is going to be about the time that we saw a kid in a cage in the back of a red Ford pickup truck. Wait, before you ask me, Sharisa, why was there a kid in a cage? Or Sharisa, why you didn't call the cops if the kid was in a cage? I'm going to explain that, fam. You just got to be patient with me. Y'all know I'm crazy, but that is another discussion for another day. We ain't gonna do not remind me of that day, and it ain't gonna be today that we're gonna discuss that. We just ain't gonna discuss it at all. Shh, keep it on down low. Anyways, so obviously this took place on the bus because you're not gonna find a kid in a cage in the back of a red Ford pickup truck while riding down the street, are you? You're not. So obviously this took place on the bus. So it was me, Vicky, our group of friends, and our famous bus driver who likes to stomp on brakes like he's in church on Sunday morning, praising the Lord. So it was me, Vicky, our friend James, our friend Kevin, Anna was on the bus, Tina was on the bus, Zach was on the bus, Terrell was on the bus, and Eli was on the bus. So it was just all of us, you know, laughing on the bus, riding on the bus, chilling on the bus, you know, just chilling and whatnot. So as our famous bus driver had us separated, the girls was in the front and the boys was in the back. So you separate all of us, and all of us is close at this time. You know we gonna yell. I mean, I'm gonna admit, I yelled. If anyone who knows me, y'all know that my voice travels. And sometimes I don't, intentionally do it. It's just genetic, I guess. Anyways. So, all of us chilling, yelling at us like, hey, there we go, pow, pow, pow. So, I think this day there was an accident or they was doing reconstruction on the road because traffic was terrible. Why I tell you it was terrible? It was terrible. It was, Jesus be offense. It was bad. So, all of us is just like, I'm gonna go home. Like, I'm trying to eat my mama's food. And I'm telling y'all, my mama, she could throw down when it comes to that food. Because she know I'm going to be hungry when I come home. Hungry 24/7. Sleeping 24/7. But that's a discussion for another day. Don't remind me of that day. It's just for another day. Okay. So back to the story. All of us just like complaining like, I'm trying to go home. Like, hurry up. So all of us just, chilling, laughing, yada, yada, yada. We look over to our left. We see cars. They moving faster than us. So we just like, what's taking so long? Like, I'm trying to go home. Like, y'all don't get that. That's not clicking. It's just not adding up. It's just, it's supposed to add up like 1 + 1 = 2. It's just, Jesus. So, glance. And then we turn back to go talk to the boys, right? So that's what we do. All of a sudden, James yelled out, there's a kid in the cage. Huh? So we're all like, okay. And we go back to our conversation, not paying him any mind. And he was like, y'all, I'm like, serious, there was a kid in the cage. We like, okay, like, all of us saw the red truck with the cage, but we did not see no kid in it. So he was like for real, y'all look. So we all look, in the middle of the aisle, because it's you ride on the bus, it's the windshield, you can see everything. So we all like, nope, ain't no kid. He was like, y'all, I'm telling y'all, there was a kid in the cage in the back of that truck. We were like, It's okay. Just stop. It's okay. He was like, no, I'm telling y'all, I'm not crazy. I'm not lying. We was like, I mean, you sound kind of crazy, boo. You just a little bit. You sound kind of crazy, just a little bit. So we was like questioning him, right? Like, what he looked like. Like, what was he doing? Why didn't you tell the bus driver the kid was in the cage in the back of a truck? Like, come on now. Funny part is, when we asked him that, you know, he said, I almost ended up in the mental asylum, and he said this. James said, I didn't tell because he looked happy. I'm sorry, I'm looking for something. The kid who would be happy that's stuck in a cage in the back of a truck. What kid would be happy? I don't think a kid would be happy to be in a truck. Especially in a cage. I mean, I'm just saying. I don't know what next. So we were like, okay, James, like we finna be home. You about to drop Vicky and Kevin off. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go home because, you know, after Vicky and Kevin leaves, it's Zach and Terrell. And yeah. And then we're gonna go home. I'm gonna go home, and then what you're gonna do, you and your brother go sit. Just stay. Because it's funny because his brother wasn't even on his side. He was just like, what are you talking about? And his brother's just like so laid back. It's just so, it was funny at the moment because he was just like also calm with it. He was like, what are you talking about? Shut up. Next day comes, and we're all like picking on James like, hey yo, let me tell you what James saw yesterday. So he was like, y'all, I'm not crazy. Telling y'all, there was a kid in the cage in the back of a truck. Keep in mind, this is the morning bus. The morning bus is packed. You know, it's our transport bus to go to our particular campus. Big word. Anyways. So, as in, with James's voice, his voice travels. Y'all talking about mine. His voice travels. Because he just don't care. So, everyone, like, I saw everyone's head, like turn, like, what did he just say? And I yelled, like, yeah, y'all heard him correctly. He said there was a kid in the cage in the back of a red Ford pickup truck. Yep, that's exactly what he said. And all of us, like, kept laughing at him. It's like, I felt bad because he was, like, really trying hard to plead his case. And we're just like, yo, just stop it. Like, you can't defend what you just said. Because that was some crazy person talk. Like, you own something when you said that. It was like, no, I'm telling y'all, I know what I saw. I saw what I saw. There was a kid in the cage in the back of a red Ford pickup truck. It was like, oh, okay. Like, babe, it's just okay. It is okay. Let's just go to school and focus on Avid or ACR or whatever time it was. Let's just focus on that, okay? It is okay. So, I think around this time, lunch came. So with lunch, you know, you go to the cafeteria, hang with all your friends, yada yada yada. You party palooza, yay! Anyways, so it was all of us. So while we was walking to lunch, we was making fun of him again. So anytime a truck, we would be like, hey yo James, there go your kid and the cage. He was like, stop, just stop. I'm like, oh. So he finally admitted that there was no kid in a cage. There was just a cage in the truck. He was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like, okay. And it's like we kept going back and forth because he is stubborn. And so am I. So that's probably why. Because I'm like, no, you're crazy. He's like, no, I'm not crazy. I'm like, you're lying. He's like, I'm not lying. I'm like, you're lying. So then after that, we tell everyone. And everyone is just like looking at him like, uh-huh. Crickets. Just silent. So then, so after that, everyone was just like, you know what? Yeah, James, you're right. There was a kid in the cage. I believe you. But they was coming to me. They was like, I don't believe him. I'm like, I know. Let's just let him think that he's mentally stable. But going to the school that we're going to, you ain't never gonna be mentally stable. So that's probably why. So then, our friend, we'll call her Charlie. We'll call her Charlie. So Charlie was like, yeah, James, go right ahead. Claim that there's kids in cages. I'm like, you are so childish. But things though with Charlie, she's just very, very sarcastic. And it's just straight up funny. Because she'd be like, okay. So then after that, we just, kept laughing at him about it. And he was just over it. Keep in mind, this was 2 years ago. So fast forward to yesterday. We'll say yesterday. Because, today's a brand new day. So fast forward to yesterday. Vicky and I were messaging each other, deciding on what I should shoot that day, which was yesterday. So we was like, I can talk about the time, my first time going to Carowinds, or just do like a reaction video, or I could tell about good 2 story times about your dad. Like, what you want me to do? She was like, just go ahead, whatever you want to, and I'll be back there next weekend. I said, all right, bet, boo. So I'll go ahead and try to take a 5-minute nap before I actually get up and start setting everything up. So while I'm slumbering, I'll say that, I wake up, text Vicky, I said, the kid in the cage. She was like, what? I said, the kid in the cage. We'll talk about the time that James saw a kid in the cage. She was like, yeah, let's do that. I said, I bet. Let me go get ready, set everything up, and we'll be straight. She gonna message me, right? She gonna talk about, but there was actually a kid in the cage, right? What? I said, Vicky, so you telling me right now there was actually a kid in that cage? She's like, yeah. I'm like, explain why there was a kid in the cage. She was like, Sharisa, it's easy. He was in the cage. He was probably playing or looking at something. In my mind, I'm like, this is not okay. Wait a minute. Pause. Wait. So she was like, yeah, it's just all very simple. I said, so what did he have on since you seen him? She was like, he was wearing cargo shorts with the yellow or orange shirt. He had dirty blonde hair. He looked happy. Vicky, so you telling me right now there was a kid in a cage and James was telling the truth for the past 2 years? She was like, yeah. I said, he gonna get you and then I'ma get you. Wanna know why I'ma get you? Because you made me shape him like he was crazy in front of everybody for the past 2 years. So what you could have done, you could have defended him on that bus at that moment. But guess what? You didn't. You gonna burn. He gonna get you, and then I'm gonna get you. And she was like, oh, I didn't think about that. I'm like, you ain't think about it. What is there to think? Baby, girl, lost. This is what Vicky, this is why me and Vicky are best friends, because at the moment we just be like just not thinking. But later on, it comes back. We be like, oh. But this moment was bizarre because you could have defended James for 2 years when we was all calling him crazy. And she was like, oh, I didn't think about it. So yesterday, Vicky told James, and James found out. I wouldn't say he was low-key bad, because he was like, I told y'all, I saw what I saw. I'm like, you just, okay, it's fine. So I'm like, okay, you saw what you saw, drop it. He's like, no, I'm not dropping it. I'm like, why? He said, for the past 2 years, y'all made me look like I was crazy. I'm like, kind of hard. And so he was like, no, I'm going to live this up. I'm going to tell you every single chance I get. I'm like, okay, James. Okay. So, everyone who knows me knows that I'm quite stubborn and that I don't like admitting that I'm wrong. So, just for James, because I know he's watching, I am sorry. I was wrong. You was right. There was a kid in the cage in the back of a white, it wasn't red. We all saw red. It was actually a white Ford pickup truck with the silver cage in the back. James was right. We all was wrong. I'm sorry that Vicky made you look like you was crazy for 2 years. Guess what? She could have defended you, so blame her. So there you go. You can finally dead this. Like, it's rest in peace. Like Undertaker dead. Just stop it. Stop. It's done. But knowing him, we ain't never gonna hear the end of this ever. But you know, in my mind, I'm right, you're still wrong. Anyways, that was our story time for, actually, yesterday. Just had complications. Anyways, thank you for joining us. Come back next Saturday without any complications for another video and another day of shaking your head and laughter. And while you're shaking your head, you are asking why. Why? Why? Oh, let me find out I got the vocals. Anyways, that was the video for today. I'm Teresa, and this is Trouble Times 2.